Okay guys and girls, that's it. Final panel is on the roof. Well, just about. Not far off. Nice and secure there. My calculations were pretty good. I actually managed to get all 6 of them on the roof. And there's no gap the other side either, so I'm quite fortunate that we actually had this bit of a gap left over. Yeah, pretty good. We've got them all connected up underneath the panels, and we've measured the ends. We did it about 10 minutes ago. The sun has gone proper behind my house now, across the road, so there's no more sun on these panels. And we was getting 198 volts. How cool is that? Okay, it was only about, what was it, 200, 300 milliamps, wasn't it?
230 milliamps.
Yeah, so not overly great, but
that was like this.
But yeah, that was just like this, which still equals out
to a good few watts.
As about, what was it, 58 watts something?
No, that was with 300 volts, I think.
With 300 volts?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. What, with 58 watts? This doesn't do 300 volts, it'll only do 200 and something volts.
Yeah, I think I forgot and put in 300.
Oh.
So it's less, but it's still not bad,
Well,
like that.
It's still, I mean, obviously we couldn't help ourselves, you know. We've got a nice DC supply here at about 200 volts.
It did make some sparks.
Yeah, so we had to just touch the 2 ends together just to see what would happen. And it just made a little spark. So, I wonder what it would do in full sunlight. I wonder what kind of arcs we could draw off it, because as you guys know, well, hopefully you guys know, DC, I'll just wait a second, DC will give you the best arcs. AC gives you, alright arcs. But DC, DC will give you amazing arcs. Yeah, obviously it's lethal as hell, but yeah, you can have the most fun with it. It's always the same thing, isn't it? The more lethal it is, the more fun it is. Yeah, is that the only screw there is?
Yeah, I could put a bigger one in.
Yeah, chuck a big one in. May as well use the bigger ones. I've got them. I'll just use them. There we go. Right, guys and girls. Now we're going to do a bit of wiring up. Now the sun's not hitting the panels and they're not as lethal. Typical ladders in the way. In it goes. That's it. Last one's on. I can finally get my ass off this roof. I tell you something, guys and girls. This stuff is not nice to sit on. My arse is killing me.
It's not going to be an easy task to get down now.
Well, if he doesn't give me the ladder, it ain't going to be. He needs to put the ladder down here. Got the tomatoes down there growing. Good luck. Way. Right then, guys and girls, that's about it for here. We'll just have a little look at the wiring on the inverter. I've got to get some plugs for it, but other than that, I've got one plug. I just need another. We'll wait for that. And all will be good. My amazing floodlight, which I bought for £5 and it broke instantly. The driver board went in there, but I just managed to solder in one of those direct hook it up to the mains LED chips into it, 50 watts, and it works great. Anyway. Just do that nod, look. He's like that guy off The Sopranos. Go on, do it. That's it. He's got the arms crossed. Go on, do it. There you go.
No, it's the...
It's that. There you go. That's it. Alright, guys and girls, stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned, guys and girls. Alright, guys and girls. So we've got, at the end of these 2 cables, let's not do that, that'll probably kill me. We've got a, what was it,
198 volts.
98 volts. So if you just dab them together, you see it's a little tiny spark on the end. Not much. A little spark.
If it would focus, but...
Probably can't see it.
Yeah, it's minuscule.
It's minuscule, it's not very big. You can probably see it in here a bit better. Little spark, look. Little titty spark.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, anyway, light bulb, we're just gonna... Hey. That's not bad, considering it's not in any kind of sunlight at all.
I kid you not, the auto exposure on this camera really lies. It is ridiculously dark out here.
Well, we've got the lights on in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shows you how dark it is.
And there's no direct sunlight on the panels.
Yeah.
The sun's pretty much set now. But it can light up, albeit a little.
Yeah, guys and girls.
An incandescent light.
Yeah. Oh, we have actually got an energy saver. We've got an LED one there. Maybe an LED one would light up a bit better. Would it only be about 7 watts? With it having a little power supply in there, it might actually...
See how the switch mode likes it.
Yeah. Yeah, you like that. Switch mode won't care at all if it's DC or AC. They run on anything.
You could try it on this POS as well.
Yeah, let's see if it does it. You know, compact fluorescent. It might like it, it might not. It doesn't like it, it looks like. Oh, we've got... Let's try, and it's... don't forget, it has got to...
Warm up.
Warm up, yeah.
Best thing we ever did was stop using those things.
Warm up. What horrific bulb technology.
I think that probably would warm up eventually.
It would, yeah.
There's plenty of current there.
Yeah.
Still.
It's going, look. There we go.
Yeah.
It's struck. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Say, direct sunlight, we're going to be laughing.
Yeah, aren't we just? That's amazing that those 6 panels. Okay, it sounds a lot, but in the light the light that we've got, you know, I mean, that's bright enough. Look at that. Actually, that is. What is the wattage on that thing? It's
6 watt, I think.
It's that cheap. It's not even got the wattage on it.
It's probably only 3 watts.
Yeah, someone's already taken the end off.
Yeah, I messed about with that one, I think, just to see if it was SMD chips or a Cree chip.
What kind was it?
SMDs.
Yeah. I can't pop the end off. Oh, that's pretty cool. If you could... to go on. He's just worried that I'm going to shock myself with it.
Yeah, don't do that. There's still plenty of current there to kill you.
Yeah. Like I say, for it to kill you, you've got to touch both together.
Yeah.
You just touch one, it doesn't kill you. But like I said, guys and girls, you shouldn't mess with this stuff, okay? We're trained professionals. What? We're trained professionals. I've got my certificate.
Of insanity.
Oh, I've got it in my pocket, actually. There it is. Yeah. Right, okay. We've got some problems anyway. All things, we've got a problem. The inverter doesn't work. We don't know why. So we've put nicely put like a 32 amp cable on this thing. It doesn't really need that. It's a bit ridiculous. Yeah. So it's not exactly in the cord grip, but it's for testing purposes only, of course. And when we plug it in, nothing happens, and we don't know why. The fuse in in that's good. The fuse in this is good, even though it's only a 3 amp fuse, but it's still not blown. We just don't know why it isn't powering up. We don't know what we've got to do to do it, so I'm going to try and get a manual for this thing. I was just hoping it's going to be plug and play, literally. I'm going to try and get a manual for this and see if
we can get it to work.
Get it to work. If not, we'll have a look at the board and take the board out.
I mean, it has got an RS232 connection.
Yeah, it's actually got 2 sockets inside there.
So
maybe we can hook it up to a computer and tell it to move its ass and start generating some juice, or converting, you know, DC lower voltage to AC higher voltage. At the end of the day, it's just like a DC buck boost, isn't it? That's all it pretty much is. It's just having to
convert it to AC
convert
as
it
well.
to AC, but at the same time getting the frequency matched perfect to the AC sine wave from the plug, and also boosting it just a little bit higher than what the mains is, but only a little bit. See, we come under an interesting situation. Say you had a lot of these inverters, right? And you was say you had like loads of these all around, like say you had like multiple buildings, all with solar panels on the roof.
In a little village,
Like a little village or something, yeah. So you actually started generating more power than what the village took from the grid. Say that it's only had one feed in. What would happen, say, if the power from the grid shut down, but it was like the middle of the day and it was the sunniest day ever? Would all these grid tie inverters just power themselves? Because the idea of these things is, when the AC is lost, you know, when you turn them off via the, by the mains, these should turn off as well, because obviously if these are pumping power back into a dead grid, and some poor bugger's there working on the grid, sticks his screwdriver in or whatever, we'll get a right belting. Yeah, that's obviously if this doesn't trip out first, because you're powering like the street. So, yeah, but interesting, if you got a lot of these together, all in one little village with only one feed in, would they just power themselves? And then power the whole village themselves?
Say the substation blew up for some reason.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
The fuse, feeding out of it.
Yeah.
So that you're not putting power back into the substation transformers.
Yeah. The whole village could still be live just with generating power from solar. Interesting. I don't know how they work. I don't know if the power station injects some kind of signal into the AC line, because I do know that does happen. In fact, we used to do it to change our meters years ago. I don't know if we still do it nowadays.
Economy 7, I think they still do it.
We still inject the... Yeah.
It either does it that way or via some
AM broadcast, doesn't it?
Long wave
broadcast. Yeah, interesting stuff. I've often stayed up late at night to see if I can intercept the signal. But wasn't it the BBC that does it? It's on
apparently,
the BBC.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forget which one. Is it the World Service?
Probably the World Service. And the meters, electricity meters are actually... and what Economy 7 is, I don't know if you guys have it in your country, if you're from whatever country. But what Economy 7 is that in the UK we get like a system where we have things called storage heaters. Water or, like a big electronic heater with an element in it. And they have thermal bricks, and if you ever put your hand on a brick wall when it's sunny and at night time, the brick wall will still be hot. That's the idea. You load all the heat into these into these thermal bricks at night time, and during the day, when the Economy 7's gone back to the high peak rate, it will then turn itself off, and you'll have the heat throughout the day coming out, irradiating out the bricks. So it's a system where your energy is almost halved in price at night time, yeah. From like the hours of, 1 and 6 or something.
Yeah, it's basically 7 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
7 hours at night where it's off peak.
Yeah, hence the Economy 7. And so a lot of people will, program their washing machines and whatnot to do a wash cycle in the middle of the night, basically. It's all well and good if you haven't got a washing machine that dances across the floor, I suppose.
Slowly becoming less common, though.
Slowly becoming less common, yeah. But we had actually had our Economy 7 turned off, didn't we?
Because you pay a slightly higher premium during the day.
Which for us is not good. But if we get this kiddo up and running, we'll be shouting to them and saying, go on, chuck us back on Economy 7 again.
That's it, we've still got the meter for it.
Yeah, that's it.
Still got the tele switch there.
That's it, it's all still there. It's just always now stuck in one mode.
Still switches over. It's just the little cable that tells it that it's in Economy 7 has been cut, I think.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're going to have a bit of a play with this and see what we can do. Like I say, I'm going to go in soon. I'm bloody starving, guys and girls, and my ass is killing me with being on that damn roof. It's not a nice thing to walk around on. So if I do this again, taking a note here for myself, take a bloody cushion up. Sit on that. Oh, it's not nice. So I'm glad we didn't do it in the dead of winter. It was bad enough it was dodging rainstorms, but the dead of winter would have been nasty. Anyway, guys and girls, thanks for watching for this bit of a video. I'll hopefully catch you in part 3 where we actually start generating some juice. But you watch. We won't ever have a sunny day ever again in the whole of England because we chucked them panels up on the roof. Be typical, that, won't it? Say goodbye to the sun because the UK is not going to see it again. Well, we're not anyway. It's going to be a perfect black cloud above this house. Alright, guys and girls, thanks for watching. Peace out.